Terry Barrett.
All right. So I've always had a fascination for like really old fiddle tunes. I've always wondered, well, what did they used to really sound like 100 years ago or something? Anyway, I found this old recording of a very elderly gentleman playing the fiddle. He learned to play in the Civil War times, Uncle Jimmy Thompson. And so we're going to play one of his tunes, Lynchburg. He used to often reminisce about the old times, you know, when women were plump and had full width in the skirts, and whiskey was only 25 cents a gallon, and it made you love everybody. So anyway, it's real. Okay, here we go. That was a quadrille. I didn't see anybody dancing. All right. All right. So next I'm going to play one I called Crockett's Reel. I actually played it yesterday. Crockett's Reel. It's from the Crockett's Mountaineers, or kind of a group that came from Kentucky, West Virginia to San Joaquin Valley. I'm not sure when. I think in the 40s, and they lived in Fowler, California, and made a lot of 78 records when they were at that time. And so this is one of them with no name. So I call it Crockett's Reel.
Real what?
Hey, really, for real. That'd be a good name, Crockett's for real.
Crockett's for
All
real.
right, okay. All right, so I know you're dying to see me tune something. I'm gonna really tune it. If I break a string, I believe in. Yes.
That piece that you just played is on this album?
Yes, it is on that CD. Yes, Dulce Valley Trio. Here we go. All right, cross A, A, E, A, E. All right. So there was this great fiddle player in the South called Luther Strong, and I found out today there's all kinds of stories of him on the internet, but I've been just collecting stuff. I hear people tell stories about this guy, that has been gone for many, many years, and I've heard recordings. I just love the recordings, and then I hear these stories about how he came to be recorded. The Library of Congress actually used to go around in the 40s, I believe, and after the Depression, it was after the Depression, go around and record people playing the fiddle in different localities, and it's just a huge treasure of early recordings. So anyway, these two guys had heard about this Luther Strong, and they go to somebody's house, try to find him. They find his house, they go there, and his wife's there, and they ask him, there's two guys from Washington here. She was a little nervous. She says, well, go to town, you might find them there. So they go to town, they ask around, and they find he's in the drunk tank. Oh, well, it's kind of sad, Anyway, this tune is called Ways of the World. So I guess he had a little bit of that. So anyway, they bailed him out so they could record him. But they're about to record, they kind of realize, well, I don't have a fiddle. So then they look around town, they find a fiddle, finally, and they're about to record. He says, I need a little hair of the dog. So anyway, that's a long story for this tune, but